Hello and welcome to the Stop Sign Podcast. Yeah, we're going. Welcome to the Stop Sign Podcast. The first one recorded in the original intended area of recording. Funny enough, we had some technical difficulties that night. Regardless, we're doing it. We're here. This also was supposed to be a PedPod episode, but it also didn't go as planned. So we're gonna try to film a PedPod episode. If you're from the University of Tennessee, we'll be on Ped sometime. You eating a fucking apple?
You said we were going like this.
Yeah, right up in the mic, give them a mukbang. If you see us recording a PedPod, please come talk to us. We're gonna try to conduct, flash interviews with people. So if you see our table with a stop sign, come say hi. Come record with us. I mean, fuck, just eat right in the mic, why don't you? Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Oh, dude. So
What are we talking about today?
today, I'm gonna say, what is your experience with critters? What is your funniest animal encounter you've had? Luke?
Well,
Fucking the sheep does not count.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Okay, this is a true story. I know how this sounds.
Is this the goat story?
Yes.
Yes.
There's more?
Yes.
What?
Okay. No, so my dad had goats, sheep, all of that, like probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. And my brother had some friends over, and then Houston was there. And at the time,
Wait, can you
Houston
talk about this?
What?
It's
paraphernalia. There was paraphernalia.
That's fine.
And yeah, so we gave some weed to goat, and we went out there about an hour later, and he's just over there laid over, just couldn't stand up. Just
What did you give him? What did you give him?
screaming.
it was some pretty strong weed too.
Did you give him an edible or something?
No, a whole
Yeah, you can eat weed. It's not gonna do anything to you.
Oh. I was like, what? I guess the goat can metabolize and decarboxylate THC.
I thought it was awesome.
That's really funny, actually. Thank you for sharing. Mason, like I said, sexual encounters do not count.
I know.
So not the time that you found the baby bunny.
Honestly, I haven't really had many experiences with animals. I mean, I used to go to the zoo a lot.
More of a city dweller himself.
My mom used to take me to the zoo a lot, and I'd feed carrots to giraffes and shit. But like, other than that, I mean,
Damn.
I don't have a lot of animal experiences. I have pets. I hate them though.
Oh.
My mom has
Damn.
3 cats.
Not a pet lover.
I don't like them.
Oh. Okay.
I like one of them,
Damn.
but the other 2 just get on my nerves.
Cats piss me off. They do.
I would never own a cat. I told my mom this as soon as our first cat
What's
died.
so evil about a cat?
She was like, "I'm never getting another one." And then this pregnant cat just came to our house and popped him out. And she was like, "I can't get rid of
It's
him."
like if you have one cat and you're feeding that one cat,
Yeah.
all the other street cats are going to come around.
This is where you
and
get
then
your
you got
food at.
15
They-
cats.
That's where you get the food at.
They
Exactly.
figured out way too quickly. The fucking word of mouth spreads. Let's talk about the Cat Distribution Association or agency or whatever the fuck.
That's a thing.
Yeah, so basically the
CDA.
the rule is that if you are supposed to own a cat, you will, and by any means necessary will they get this cat to you. So, for instance, the Cat Distribution Agency has so graciously gifted me a cat. It's at work right now. It lives at work, but
Oh, that's your cat?
yeah, like
That's awesome.
I-
That cat's
Soon to
cute.
be-
That
soon
cat is
to be
cute.
soon
his
to be
cat.
my cat. But the thing is, like, as soon as I started working there, the cat was just drawn to me. Me and the cat became buddies. I'm the only one that's allowed to hold it. So
That's the cat's decision.
that's the cat's decision, and that's the
Dope.
cat, and that's really what the Cat Distribution Agency is about. Is the kitties will find their owners. It's not so much that the owner finds the kitty. I mean, if you do adopt from a shelter, that's also part of it, I guess. But if you're supposed to have a cat, you'll have a cat.
Is that just like the law? If you're
That's law.
I guess that's how it works for my mom. Because as soon as she got rid of her first one, six months later she got another.
That's
one.
what I'm saying.
So I guess if you're supposed to have a cat,
If you're supposed to have a cat, you're gonna have a cat.
I'm not supposed to have a cat.
I wouldn't mind having a cat.
I'd like a
but
dog,
I would.
though.
I don't know if I'd have a house cat. Get a little closer. I don't know if I'd have a house cat because, like, my grandpa, he uses cats what they're for. You know, you got moles out in the
Yeah.
yard.
The kitties are gonna get the mice for sure.
Cats nowadays,
mice,
though,
everything.
like cats are so like homebred and stuff that they don't even
Like
My cat used to be
farm
scared.
cats.
It was scared of mice.
Bro, the household has bred the lion out of the cat.
That's true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
True.
I agree with that.
Same in some
That's a
ways with
true
dogs,
statement.
but dogs are so like, I don't know what the word is, but so like it's so deep down in them that it just hasn't come out yet. Like they'll still bark if someone's outside, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Unless they're like the little dogs nobody cares about.
That's not a dog, dude. That's a
They
goat.
just
a
vocal.
pest,
They
bro.
just dogs
Those
don't
just-
shut up.
That's true. They're always
Damn.
barking at something.
Chihuahua. They call it a chihuahua because that's what sound it makes.
Are there some topics on that
Chihuahuas.
list that you haven't talked about on the podcast yet that we can dive into?
I was gonna do Spotify Wrapped critiques, but that was for PedPod.
We can do song of the week.
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 Song of the week. Song of the week. What's your song of the week?
Carnival, Kanye West.
Oh, is that the
All
Yeet one? No, which one?
That's
That's
his
the one.
new off his new album.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mason.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with "Forever" by Noah Khan. I've been listening to the crap out of that song.
Okay.
and I really like it. So
Okay.
why are you laughing? It's a good song.
All right.
Do you want me to change it?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that's
just
that's his pick. It's all right. It's
Yeah.
all right. I went with something that's actually new. Like
Yeah.
"Forever" is actually new. It came out like a month ago or less.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Yeah, that's what they all
I
say.
didn't say stick season.
My song of the week is probably I'm gonna go with "Oldie" by Odd Future.
That's
I've been bumping that all
Bro.
week. What?
y'all acting like the song had to recently come out. Really? And you're gonna say "Oldie" by Odd
hey,
Future?
I'm not saying
The
anything.
6-year-old
my
song?
I never-
My song recently
Hey.
did come out.
See,
So
I'm
My-
not
my
saying
song of the
that
week.
it has to be song of the week.
Okay,
Like,
it doesn't have to be something that
one
came
that-
out. It's just
yeah.
something that you've been just bumping.
yeah,
'Cause
That's
it's
what it
just
is.
Like yeah.
that's what I intended
Carnival
it to
is
be.
gonna get
Yeah.
overplayed though.
And
I
then-
feel it's
It is,
gonna get overplayed
because of TikTok and stuff.
yeah. TikTok.
But
has
then
already
Let Me See
blown
by
it out of the
Kodak.
water.
We've been listening to that one. That one's good.
What time?
Let Me
Or
See
what?
by Kodak.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Let Me
that's a
See-
pretty
Let
good
Me
song
See-
too.
It's a banger.
Let me see. I put Mason on with that.
It's a
song.
banger. Not gonna lie. It's mellow
Never
the
heard
whole
that.
time. Kodak doesn't scream in that song, so
It's a slower paced.
It's good.
Slower paced, but it's still
slow paced
pretty
rap. It's good.
What's your favorite historical event that is not World War II?
I about said something.
Bro. If you're just listening to this, I want to add some context. Anything racial is said likely by Mason. Okay.
I am black.
He happens to be of dark complexion. I got an exam Tuesday. Chemistry exam.
About that historical.
Historical events.
Is this what?
Yeah.
Were you leading into that
No.
with the exam?
No, that's not historical at all. As a matter of fact, I would never want to do it ever again.
I would say my favorite, probably desegregation, probably.
Why is that? Could you elaborate
it
on
was
that?
it's very important. I mean, we have diversity now. That word didn't exist in the 20s up until the 60s, and now it's a word that we can use because the world is diverse.
All right.
And I'm in your house right now.
This is gonna
Okay.
sound awful,
Uh-oh.
and I do not
No, I
mean
mean,
it in this way.
You know what? Go ahead.
No, the bombing of Berlin, but
Okay.
The reason
Wasn't that not
the
okay.
reason I say is because like what it was, it was bomb tragedy. Okay,
Dead
a lot
ass?
of people were killed. Okay, but
Tragic,
But look,
but-
look at the place now. I mean, that's a vacation spot.
Oh, it's bumping now?
Like that is a big part of history.
It's bumping now.
Yeah, it really
That
is.
bomb really put the bump in
Yeah.
Berlin.
All right. All right.
All right,
All
you're
right.
up, Isaiah.
I think my favorite historical event, Cowboys, I like a cowboy. Not in the Ram Ranch sense, but more so not more so in the like Ballad of Buster Scruggs kind of way. What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, I think that the Ballad of Buster Scruggs is a good film. It's very funny. It's entertaining. I just think that the Wild West was an interesting time in history. They had weird guns. Why would you do that?
That is actually, I do enjoy a good Western movie.
A good American West historical event, or I guess time period, I should say.
Yeah, time period.
Maybe the
I
Alamo.
was gonna say that was not a historical event.
Yeah, that was a time period.
maybe the Alamo.
When was the?
I'll say the
what
Alamo
were
is my
what was
favorite
the years
historical
range for that? For Western, when was the Western period? Because I always think about that. Really, it was that early.
Yes.
But was it only in the South? I feel like it had to be, right?
It's in the West.
Every gun.
I mean West, but Southwest.
Southwest.
Like it wasn't up north,
Like
Northern California. Like,
California to, because a lot of the
like it didn't stretch up
plains
to Washington. Right?
No.
There's like no way.
no.
It couldn't have like there was no desert. I mean,
I think it was more so associated with the gold rush, and it happened like immediately after, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, that's what I was sort of figuring.
But yeah, that's that.
Sitting on a fucking bucket.
You're sitting on a bucket.
You literally sitting on a bucket.
Bucket with a towel.
Bucket with a towel. God damn it.
I think every gun owner should own an lever action. I mean,
A
honestly, I just
That's really fucking true. I love a lever action rifle.
that and revolvers. I mean,
I want one.
Everybody should have
So
that.
much money though.
Are they
Yeah,
really
they
that
are.
expensive?
A nice
they
lever
are.
You
action
used to-
rifle. Very
No,
expensive.
you didn't have it. Was that a lever action? Remember the one that used to have that we used to play with all the time? It was a real gun, by the way, and we would just play with it. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
And we keep it on your bed. It was really long. It was a really long rifle.
We
I don't know if it was
never-
lever action though.
I don't think so.
Pause.
Me either.
It was probably bolt. And you played with it, and it was really long. I did have a Red Ryder BB gun, which is lever action, quote unquote.
I think every time somebody was over at Isaiah's house, there was always
gun.
some sort
There
of
was some
gun
sort of
in the
firearm
mix.
involved.
There was a gun. I remember.
Rest in peace.
We went to the range today. Fun fact. Got a little range time in. Practice our reloads.
Yeah, Luke
Some
and
of us.
Isaiah went crazy on the
Mason
target.
did not shoot.
I didn't shoot.
Why
It
was that?
surprisingly, Mason didn't shoot a gun.
Oh.
Why,
Mason did
why,
not shoot a
why
gun.
did you not shoot a gun?
Why didn't you shoot?
I didn't really feel like it today. I shot like a week ago, guys. To be fair,
I shot
like a week ago.
2 days ago.
Okay, but I'm not.
That was the
gun
first
shooter.
time that I've actually been to a gun range in a long time. I just walk outside and just shoot shit, but
I live in not a place you can do that.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
too many people. Yeah, Luke
Way
can
too
go
many.
out in his front yard and just aim at something and just start blowing it up.
Luke.
Luke.
You sure are hung, Luke.
you sure are hung.
Oh my God, guys, Ram Ranch is not what we're doing
Bro,
right now.
bro. Just let it happen. Let it happen. You should out in the barn. I remember whenever that was like the pinnacle of Xbox parties was going in there, getting on the mic, playing some goddamn
Blasting
Ram Ranch.
on your
Blasting
phone,
Ram
straight out
Ranch.
the bottom speaker.
Straight out the speaker.
Speaker
hold it
to
up.
phone.
You've got it up to your mic.
Yeah, and you're just
You
giggling.
can tell some shits about that. Or like prank calls. Remember whenever we would prank call Diane
Oh
from
my
Papa
God.
John's?
So
if you're
funny
out there,
story. I've got to say this for you, Isaiah. Isaiah started prank calling, and she was like, "I have your number.
my
If you
God.
call this number again, I will call your parents." And Isaiah was like, "I'm so
yeah,
sorry."
bro,
I was like,
I
"Isaiah,
folded.
you *667. She doesn't have
I
shit."
folded. I folded so hard.
Bro was shitting bricks, bro.
That's
He was
when I
shaking
still
in his
had an
boots.
amygdala. That's when I still was scared of anything.
Every man that played Xbox, boy, kid, whatever, those parties is
Banned.
like nothing else.
Banned.
The worst shit is said in
Banned.
those parties.
I would go.
See,
I remember.
oh my
I have a
God.
video in my phone somewhere of you two playing. I think you were playing Siege,
Probably.
and you
Yeah.
and Brody were cussing up a storm, talking shit to
mean-
this random kid, just screaming at him.
Oh fuck.
That was a good.
That was a
throw.
good throw.
That was a good ass throw.
Siege was something I used to take serious.
Bro, we
as
used to get
fuck.
under
That's
be
the
like,
game, though. That's the game. Where
if you don't
rage
sweat,
spawns.
you lose.
Rage spawns from that game
Yes.
alone.
Oh my God, that and Rust. Remember playing Rust?
Oh my god.
That summer that I got my chest
it's such a hardcore game, but like if
No
you
one plays
suck at
Rust.
video games, don't fucking play. Like just don't fucking play.
Rust seems like a combination of like Minecraft and realism and like a shooter, like any Call of Duty. It seems like a combination.
It's like PUBG over
and
a
doesn't
long
it like
period
restart
of
every
time.
week?
Yeah, it has server resets. You
That's
have like monthly
crazy.
and weekly server resets.
I just play 2K.
Can I not vape on here?
No, go ahead. It don't matter.
You liar, Mason.
You can't show it. You can't show it. You get monetized.
Well, we're not vaping. I promise.
It
is a
too late. I
diffuser.
did it like so many
It's a
times. on
diffuser.
the cart, so we just can't use the
It's
video.
a diffuser. It's lavender ice. It's a diffuser. It's so he can. It's got melatonin in it.
So yeah, that's that video. Where else was I going?
I can get the topics list out and see if there's some.
I just
things
want to
that-
say now that I'm thinking back on it, Berlin was a terrible fucking choice.
10 minutes ago, we're like, that was a bad idea.
That was a horrible choice. God, remember the bombing of London? That's an interesting one, but that's World War II. If it's history related and you pick something in World War II, that's like Shane Gillis says, that's early onset Republican. Or just being a history buff in general. He's right about that. If you like history as a young man. Oh,
If you want to talk about some of those or whatever you haven't like
okay.
touched. Like I thought shower segment was pretty good. The shower thoughts.
Oh, shower
That's
thoughts.
a good one.
Okay.
That can get deep real quick.
Someone out there in the world has the sharpest knife in the world and they don't know it. Or they may know it, they may not. But someone has the sharpest knife in the world. Excuse me. And that's my shower thought. You got anyone?
I was gonna get like depressed, like when you're sitting in the shower and you just start thinking about life, dude.
Oh.
If you're a man and you sit in the shower, you are depressed.
Yeah, that's the point where
You
it's
are
like,
depressed.
oh shit, this is what's happening. and
Uh-oh, bro.
We're gonna sit through it because like you'll just sit there and you'll start like at this age that we're at now, we're at the border of still being a kid and having to grow up, and we're in that little gray area in the shower.
And
That's
it
what spawns from
sucks.
sitting in the shower,
Yeah.
or just being in the shower. Start thinking like, dang, do I like grow up? Do I keep hanging out with my friends? Like, do I get a house? Like, do I get married? What do I do?
I don't
It's a very
know
gray area.
about you all. But
You
I
had a
think,
good transition though. You had a good transition.
I guess.
It was better than I'll say good because we're basing it off our own, and it was better than all of
Yeah.
ours. So you had a good transition.
I'm the oldest one here and have the least going right now. If I do say so myself,
Age
honestly.
is directly inversely related to Luke's socioeconomic status at this point.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna be 50. Probably
Homeless.
homeless. You're gonna see me with a cardboard sign
Under a
in a
bridge.
cardboard box in Johnson City.
Vet.
Oh my god! You're gonna be the people outside of Capone's at 1 a.m. whenever people are coming out and ask for money, or you're gonna eat at the hot dog stand.
People that get the
You know,
cops
I
called on
didn't.
them.
I actually, speaking of homeless, the other day I went
Through a honey
and-
bun at one.
I was going to get a vape and I was coming out, and whenever I was coming out, there was this guy inside. He was sitting there doing those coin slots. So you drop a coin in and try to push the others off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was homeless, and he comes up. He goes, "Hey man, you got a few coins?" And I didn't think about it. I didn't put
Yeah.
two and two together. And so I
Even though
gave
you
him some
just watch
coins,
him
and
do
he
that.
walked right back in. And I was like, "Hold up a fucking minute! You're gonna sit there and ask me for money and then go blow it?"
You're gonna go put my money on the line and fucking lose. God, you suck.
straight up, yeah, at least he was straight up.
I
like,
mean, that's
"Man,
why
got any
you
coins?"
are-
Yeah.
doing, but like, come on, man. You see, I'm grinding.
That's like
right
people
now.
that go to the casino, make $200 a week, and then it's all in the casino.
yeah.
They lose every bit of it.
Yeah, I made
like,
$5
God,
grand.
I love gambling.
Lost it on black, but hey, I
Yeah.
made $5,000. so-
exactly. Yeah.
I remember the few times that I have gambled, it's been such a roller coaster. We like to do it on Rubit. We go on there and play a little slot machine, maybe
Is this in person or online gambling?
online.
Online gambling.
Online using a
Big thing
VPN.
now. big
If
thing.
you are under the age of 21 and you want to gamble, a cruise is the way to do it.
Oh yeah, you
Out
can do
of
that
out
on
of
a cruise.
country, a cruise
Lucas
is the way to
told me
do
the
it. Now you
stories.
cannot drink. You cannot drink
Can't
because
drink.
you're on U.S. like property.
You're on a
and
US
shit.
boat.
You're on a US boat.
But you can gamble, which to me makes no sense really. But I wasn't complaining. I mean, I'll tell you right now. At first, I was doing great. 3-card poker, blackjack. I was fucking it up. And then I had a buddy, here, come over here and play these slots.
Oh,
Dude,
my
Do
God.
not play
You have
slots. They are rigged.
0.07% chance of winning.
Just want to say I
slots,
lost
bro.
$2,000 that night.
IRL slots are not the way to go. If you're gonna
do it online.
the only way to make money in person is by card games.
You have to do card games.
And blackjack at
not
that
gonna win.
it's probably the most simple, but it's the hardest to win odds wise.
It's true.
I think poker. I like poker better for purposes of odds.
I like roulette, but they put those greens in there for a reason.
Yeah.
If it was literally just red and black, you could spin
have
the wheel
a-
10 times, you would 5.
You have a true 50-50 chance.
But they
with just
lower
red
it to
and
like
black.
38 by putting the greens on there.
Yeah, the green makes
pretty
it
lame.
harder.
Which in roulette they have the screen that shows you like if it just hit black, if it hit red, what's the chance of it hitting red and hitting black, and which it's not always right, 52%
fact.
chance of hitting red, but it's going to
gonna
hit
hit
black
black.
or it's
It's
going to
gonna
hit
hit black.
green, 0 or 00,
Yes.
one of the two.
And fun fact, that the fuck, what's it called? The history, I guess, of the roulette board that you can see is playing on a piece of psychology, a body of work known as the gambler's fallacy, where if you
Yes,
see
I just watched something about this.
if you see you look at something that's truly random, such as a roulette spin, and you see a trend, quote unquote, you think that based on the previous answers that you're going to be able to predict it. It is a true less than 50% chance every time you roll the ball to win.
Yeah.
And it uses the gambler's fallacy in that regard to trick you. But I mean, it works sometimes. Like I have noticed that whenever I play online, there will just be strings of one color. Like it's truly random.
Yeah.
And then you'll get a 0 here and there. Some of my biggest wins have been on roulette.
Oh, that's probably the one thing I'm going to play the most when I go gambling.
If
It is fun.
if you gamble, what I've had best luck with so far is card games. Like
Card games.
I do not play any of the digital poker, blackjack. Don't play any of the digital
Yeah.
shit. That is rigged. Play the actual, with an actual dealer.
We're not telling you to gamble, by the way.
Texas, yeah, we're
We're
not
just saying
promote.
if you are
Gambling
going to,
addiction
this
is
how
a
you should do
bitch.
it. Do
So,
not gamble.
Do not gamble
Don't
if
gamble.
you are going to get addicted. If you have an addictive personality, you
gamble.
will be addicted to gambling. I can almost
It's one of the
guarantee
easiest. It is. Oh, I would say it's like probably the
Because you're
it's
not
in the top 3
you're
most
not
addictive things.
ingesting
right there with an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like cigarettes, like.
you're not smoking anything, you're not drinking anything, so you don't think anything is happening to you.
But there's that
But it's a
dopamine.
chemical. It is a chemical process in your brain that causes you to get addicted to gambling.
Straight to it.
Same
If
way,
you are
like any
Yeah.
other-
If
any
you are
other
older
thing.
than us and you are engaged and you are gambling, you are going to get divorced real fucking quick.
Yeah,
It's not gonna go well.
That's-
for you. Unless you have like so much money in the bank, it doesn't matter. It's probably
Unless you're
not gonna
Dana
go well
White.
for you.
I recommend only doing bets that you can handle losing.
Yeah, you
If
gotta set a
if
money
you can
point.
throw down $1,000 a hand,
Set a money
good
line.
for
like,
you.
What
But
would you spend, like on a day out with like your friends or something, like $300? Okay, then don't spend more than $300.
Yeah.
gambling tips. Pro tip:
Yeah, pro
don't
tips,
spend
even though
money.
I've never gambled.
Don't bet money that you would not mind losing.
Exactly.
You have to think.
You're going for a good night. That's how I think of it. So if you take your girlfriend, wife, whatever, if you take them gambling with you, we're gonna have $200 for a good night. I'm gonna give you $100. I'm gonna take $100. When we lose, we're done.
Yeah, when we lose,
That's
we're done.
it.
We ain't
But
getting no more out. None of that.
That's how I think of it. But I mean, you could also go in there. Okay, I'm gonna take $600. If I lose the $600, then whatever.
Exactly.
If
Set
you
that
can
line.
handle the loss, good for you. If you can't handle the loss,
True.
don't
If you can handle
don't
losing
fucking bet it.
$600, middle finger to you, because I can't. I couldn't.
I
couldn't.
can't.
I can't lose $50
can't.
and be okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, but we are
We're just-
18-year-olds.
we're just guys.
19, 20, dude. We're all just young.
We're all just young guys, and we're gonna use that as a segue to the We're Guys segment.
We are guys.
We are just guys. Okay, we're guys. We're going to
Poop and fart.
do guy things. We're gonna poop and fart. All right.
What?
We're gonna poop and fart. All right.
I thought that was going a completely different
No.
direction.
We're guys.
Go out and do dumb shit. We're guys. We're boys. If we're with the boys, we're going out to do dumb shit on a fun night.
We're gonna gamble.
Not necessarily, go out and
kill somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, we're gonna go have fun.
We're gonna go
guys.
do drugs.
Well, guys, we're gonna get in that one relationship that messes up our friendships.
We are guys.
We're gonna do it one time in our lives, but we're gonna learn from it.
And
we're
back.
Do it again.
And we're back.
We're
guys, and we're back.
We're guys. We're gonna Eiffel Tower someone in New York. We're gonna.
Yeah, that's a really cool hypothetical. That is a good hypothetical.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try that.
We're guys. We are going to go snowboarding.
Yes. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Let's talk, Luke. Let's talk.
Absolutely.
And Isaiah, you're gonna chime in.
Yeah.
I don't have many hobbies. I used to hunt a lot, fish a lot, but once I got older, didn't really have much time to do it as much. But snowboarding is a weekend thing with the guys. You can just go and have fun, get fucked up, do whatever you want to do. But, I mean, it's just a fun time. I recommend snowboarding, skiing to anybody. If you ski, you're
No, it took 27. It took 28 minutes. That's impressive. That's impressive. We'll cut that out.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize.
Anyways, but me and Luke, we went snowboarding yesterday.
Yep,
Dude,
yep.
I've never snowboarded in my life, but I was so tired when we were done. But as soon as we were done, I'm like, dude, this is so fun. I want to go back with everybody again.
I will say I've seen
fun.
a lot of people go for their first time, and I've taken a lot of people. So I always try to give good tips with what I know.
He gave great advice, great coaching.
You did really good for that being your first time.
Thank you so
I've
much.
seen
I
people
appreciate
go like 3 or 4 times and can still hardly stay standing up.
Yeah, like get a clue. If you can't ride an entire hill, like for example, Beach Mountain. If you can't go from the top to the bottom without falling, just riding. After your third or fourth time, hang it up, bro. Hang it up. Go home. Save your money. Go learn how to golf or something. Do something that's more your speed.
That's the thing about it. If you go on weekdays, so at beach they have men's night. They have
like
they have
$12
multiple
for the ticket.
events, and that's a good thing about beach. But Sugar, their hours are weird. Like at beach, you can do an all day pass, and it's all day. But at Sugar, it's only from 8.
It's like 8 to 4, and then they close for
something.
2 hours, and it's 6 to 10.
Yeah, but
it's weird.
At Sugar, they redo all the snow. They go back over.
Snow was really good for it being March. Yesterday being March 2nd, right?
Yeah, March 2nd. Yeah,
March 2nd. That snow was pretty good here in North Carolina. Well, not here in North Carolina, but when we were in North Carolina, that snow was good. Like
it
was cold.
It was fairly
nice.
good.
And it was like 55 degrees. Like that's good snow.
It's not too bad out there.
That was fun, dude. Can't wait to go back.
If you get the chance to go somewhere like Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, anywhere in Europe or Japan, do it. Do it immediately. As soon as we can get the chance to go, that will be the most fun you will ever have on a ski slope.
It's gonna be amazing.
That is so fun. Like it makes these little East Coast mountains look like dog shit.
Yeah,
unless
trash.
like snowshoe is probably the only.
Okay, yeah, that's
what I
was about to say.
Like real size resort on this side of the Mississippi, and it's like 6 hours away.
The best place you're going to find on the east side is Snowshoe. That's the best you're going to find. I have not yet been. I was supposed to go on a trip, but I went on a different trip with different people, so I missed the trip. But that's where I'm going to go next season, and then I'm also going to try to go to either Michigan. If you go to California, toward like close to
Big
Nevada.
Bear.
It's actually pretty good snowboarding over there. I know everybody thinks California is like fucking desert and all
California
this bullshit.
is long and is the length of the entire U.S. except for one state.
California
so get that out of your head.
Has a massive mountain range.
Only half of it is hot.
One of the resorts being Big Bear. I think Lake Tahoe's in California as well. Or no, is that right?
Lake Tahoe. I'm not too sure on that.
I don't know nothing about Tahoe.
Can we get a Jamie? Pull that up.
You want me to? Let me do some research.
Let's see.
Let's see where Lake
real-time
Tahoe
fact
is.
check.
Good throw.
Number 2.
It is indeed in California.
I think they have a resort
Good
there.
Call out.
But yeah, California's got some underrated places.
Those mountains make our mountains look crappy, and I thought we were the mountains.
My favorite state. Wow. I mean, I know it's a very political state. Colorado is a very political state.
I love Colorado.
But it is
Never
beautiful.
been one to go.
I
It
mean,
is
in
so-
some spots it's
Really wanna
summer,
go.
some spots it's winter. You can have winter all year long
You can.
in
That sounds so
Colorado.
cool.
I'm fairly certain there are places in Colorado where you can ski year round, but I'm not
That sounds
1,000% sure. I know that all of the mountain sports like mountain biking, climbing, I mean, whatever the hell you want to do, fucking hammock racing, I don't know.
Hammock racing?
I don't
what the
know.
hell is that?
You never seen a hammock race?
Never
That's a
seen
thing.
That's the thing.
Hammocks are stationary. How does
Hammock,
that work?
bro.
Do they put you on wheels?
You climb up a ladder of hammocks, and whoever gets it's like a
No, that's dope.
Okay,
That sounds
let's
hard,
just
though.
say
That sounds like
that
a
is
massive
some of the
carnival ride.
That
stupidest
is-
shit I've ever
That is
heard.
Yeah,
crazy.
imagine you're like at a bar or something, and there's someone in there, and they're like, "Yeah, I was
I do
a
hammock
I'm a
racing."
professional hammock racer."
Bro,
You're
get
like,
the-
"Bro,
get outta
Man,
here.
I'm not
Leave
gonna
the
take
bar.
you serious, dude. Come
Professional
on.
athlete,
That's like-
really?
I'm a professional capybara wrestler." Like, motherfucker,
What?
what are you doing? What are you doing?
The
with your
only
time?
professional athlete you can be, sports. Now, there's a lot of sports and drinking. You can be a professional
Don't
athlete
forget,
and drinking.
it's not
Don't
an alcoholic
forget it.
if you're a professional athlete.
Yeah,
okay?
you're not an
Right.
alcoholic. You're just a professional
Professional
athlete.
athlete
Kudos to
at
you guys.
drinking.
Congratulations. I wish
drinking.
Yep, I wish I could stand
But don't
like
drive.
you guys can after that many drinks.
Don't drive though.
Yeah, do not drive.
drive.
We do not promote the.
Don't do anything.
We do
stupid
not
while
promote
drinking. Don't drink.
irresponsible consumption
If you do,
of alcohol.
Be a
Don't be
smart
stupid.
drunk. Just give your wallet to some other drunk guy.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
okay.
some
That's
other
the
drunk
biggest
guy.
thing.
He ain't gonna do nothing with him. What's he gonna do with your with your keys? He's drunk too. Like,
If you're impulsive with your money as you're sober, you're going to be tenfold impulsive
Get rid of
whenever
that
you're
shit.
So
drunk.
let me tell you something. I try to set a weekly limit out for how much I can spend a week.
Luke, get out of here,
Okay,
bro.
no,
with your
I try.
salary,
I just
your freaking
said
budget,
I
bro.
try. I put $250 a week just for like
Did you learn that
gas, food, whatever.
Buddy got
That's
drunk
just-
and didn't know where the 250
okay,
went.
so got plastered and checked my wallet and it's all
Where'd it
gone.
go?
on? Buddy
Did not
is-
go in my favor. Give
That
your
was a
wallet
good
to
night, though.
somebody
You want
sober
to
or
talk
hide
about
it.
that night?
And don't forget where it's at.
We don't have to talk about that night. Yeah, we don't have to get into detail.
That was a good night. It was a good
We
night
went bowling.
with
It was
the boys.
great.
Drunk bowling.
It was amazing.
I mean, if you haven't gone drunk bowling with your
Do it.
buddies,
You will play
That-
amazing, I promise.
it-
You'll
it's
score in the
awesome.
twos.
if you can stand by the end of the night, kudos
One.
to you because I couldn't.
Let's say you're probably doing it wrong if you can stand by the end of the night.
You can tell them about the soap dispenser.
What?
Yeah, I forgot about that till you mentioned it. Yep. So we were in the bathroom. I was already pretty. I
far
was,
gone
I
at
was
this
pretty
point.
far gone at this point. Yeah, we're walking out of the bathroom, and I just that
That
soap dispenser
it
was
looked at
looking
him
at me wrong.
It looked at him wrong.
I
dude.
punched that damn thing so hard it went flying
Right
through the
off the
bathroom.
wall.
I love when inanimate objects
right
look
off
at me
the wall,
wrong.
dude. It came to life, dude. It
We're
started
boys.
walking. It was like,
We're
what the
boys.
hell?
We're
Yeah,
boys.
guys, dude.
We're gonna punch
it's what
soap
we're gonna do.
dispensers. We're guys. We're gonna take things that are important to a bathroom off of the wall. Remember
no
the devious
apparent
lick
reason.
era, motherfucker?
Oh
you
my
all out
God.
there, you all were deviously licking in the bathroom. Hold on.
Bro, East. There was some. No, this happened to East.
Pause.
Soap dispensers went
Licking
missing.
what in the bathroom?
Deviously licking in the bathroom, bro. It took you that long,
Yo.
bro.
It went right over
Yeah,
his
I
head
was
there
trying to
for a
think of something
second.
else. I didn't hear
Here
it.
it goes over his head.
Anyways, there was soap dispensers that went missing at East.
There was someone at Westridge that tore a sink off the wall.
Whole
Okay,
sink.
that's
What are you doing?
That's fucking
Crazy.
crazy.
Whole sink.
I
Some
got
of you
blamed
middle
middle school.
You got blamed for everything in middle
You
school.
remember Miss Densmore?
We
Yeah.
all do.
Okay,
Alicia
she-
Densmore.
And I'm
She
proud
hated
to
First and
be
last.
an American.
Oh my god. She
just-
was like indoctrinating us with that.
She absolutely
Cultish.
hated me. We were on a field trip all day. Come back right as I walk in the building. Boom, straight to the office.
Luke
and it was
Luke Hayward to the office.
and it. I didn't even go to the bathroom or nothing at
stepped
this
foot
time.
in the
Just
building.
got in the building, went to the classroom. Boom, here she was after my ass. And
even piss,
here
bruh.
she comes, and I got
Haircut, dude, the
blamed for
Karen
rubbing
haircut.
soap all over the bathroom walls
When you weren't even there?
I wasn't even at school. What the fuck is that shit?
But to be fair, we
I
had,
That
a,
is some
we
shit
had a
that we-
couple of troublemakers in middle school.
That is some
dude.
shit that we would have done.
I,
Like,
I was a
24/7.
troublemaker, but I did not rub
Oh my
soap
God!
all
Should we
over the
talk about
fucking
Mr.
bathroom.
G?
Oh my God.
Mr. G.
Helmet.
You
remember
I don't know
that?
if he was in that typing class.
Mr. Gerlach.
I know you
Oh
know.
my-
We were in there,
God,
and
this is so bad.
we
I
had
feel-
a little.
I still feel bad about
We
this.
had a
this
little
day.
bit of a running joke amongst the guys. Okay, you might knock on your head maybe and say helmet. You might. Okay, you
Helmet.
just might do it.
Helmet.
You might do it. Okay, was it really stupid? Yeah. Was it
Ignorant.
Did it really
yes.
have any meaning?
Very bad.
Not
No.
really. But
Stupidity.
Dumb.
the thing is,
We're guys.
I think our substitute, Mr. Gerlach, if you're out there watching this,
Sorry.
but
We
sorry, buddy.
Apologize.
No first name.
No kind of disrespect towards you with this, but we were just in there having a good time, and I'm sorry we made you cry. Okay.
How do we
Wait,
make him cry,
hold up. I did
Mr.
not
Harry
hear
came in-
about
no.
How
this.
did we make him? Tell him the story. How we made him cry.
Yeah, I did not
so we
hear
were in
about
there,
this.
and we just kept going helmet and knocking on like
knocking on
By the way,
head that
like,
has nothing in it.
like
By the way,
hollow.
This guy during our typing
Definitely
class,
autistic.
first period, he was coloring in a coloring book. A coloring book.
Grown
as our
ass
substitute
man.
teacher,
It's a
grown
grown
man,
ass
and he
man, by
wore
the way.
he wore toes out Birkenstocks,
Toes out Bergs.
fat jeans.
He was also a
big
rocket
glasses.
scientist, so you know he's
a little on the.
He's
spectrum.
on the spectrum,
Just a
okay?
little.
And I guess that was something that he took offense to.
And
Sorry, buddy.
He started crying.
He started crying, and
Listen,
Mr. Hare came in there and
Mr.
got
Hare.
us.
I went to the
That's
bathroom. Thank
okay.
God.
That is stupid. Feel bad for the guy and all, but that's not your fault. He eats crayon.
He wasn't a Marine. Marines eat crayons.
Those are no. Okay, that is the Army. That's
Nope.
that is like if you had a spectrum on in the military, each branch. The Navy, 5 stars. You got 5 stars in. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
say Navy,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. They get. I think I was
Coast
told they
Guard.
get 4 meals a day.
They don't.
Coast Guard.
They don't call it the chair force.
If you
for
are
nothing.
a Coast Guard, you did not do nothing.
We
I
love
think
you. We love you.
Whenever they
We love
busted
you.
that drug submarine, that's like the first time I've ever seen the Coast Guard actually do anything.
something.
Yeah, that's like
Think about how dangerous that is, though. With how
Yeah.
much weight they have on them, all that gear and shit. If he
Jumping
would've
on the
slipped,
top of a
they'd-
sub.
Yeah,
Wild.
that's metal as fuck.
That is
That is so cool.
that is pretty badass. That is pretty badass.
Dude, that's badass, dude.
That's
dude.
badass.
That's
Dude.
badass, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah. Do you want to do gay son or thought daughter? I know Luke's gonna go with this, but I'd love to do it.
I'm not gonna say too much on this one.
Don't.
I'm just gonna
Limit
say.
your words,
I'm
Luke.
just gonna
Gay
say.
son or thought daughter?
Thought daughter. Short answer. Not gonna talk about the gay son.
Don't talk about the gay son. All
Okay.
right, next.
I'm gonna go gay son. I think that gay sons are a
Luke
whole lot
is
more economical.
fuming.
This is my
Economical.
last podcast.
if we think about, in this economy, you can't afford to have a thought daughter. Okay.
That's true.
They do.
There are some.
I mean,
things.
they do be fucking dudes.
And then
They-
thought daughters don't really ever amount to anything.
They're- okay,
because
I'm
they're
gonna
so
s-
busy getting dick down.
No, I'm gonna be honest now, dude. In our generation, it is so shit. I'm not
Yeah,
speaking on
faults are
just girls.
everywhere,
I'm
though.
not just
And
speaking on
guys.
girls. Guys are just as bad as girls are. It's pretty fucking bad.
Everyone's
It is
just out here
hard to find
sticking
somebody
their
that's
things in.
If
wanting
you
to be
just
settled.
put out for anybody, I don't have too much respect for you. If I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
you can have a lot of bodies, but I want to know their full name.
You
got to be
better
able
know-
to tell me their full
You better
name.
know their middle name,
how old
their
they are.
social security number. You better be able to
not-
tell me
do
their
not say
address, their mom's name, their
I'm not
dad's name,
asking
their
for
dog's name,
That is
their
crazy.
fish's name.
Wow.
You better know how many fucking blinds they have. in their
Anyways, you better
home.
know them on a personal level.
Right.
If you're just out here handing your soul to people and then the next day you don't know their name,
like
get out.
that shit is, in my opinion, it's some sort of special. Okay, I understand everybody gets drunk, gets fucked up, shit
But
happens.
it can't be the excuse every single time.
Exactly. Okay,
Can't be the excuse.
that
I
cannot
was
be the
drunk.
excuse.
I was drunk.
I have 15 bodies and I was drunk every single time. No,
That's not a
bitch,
good
you are
excuse.
just
You
stupid.
just thought, dude.
no man wants to. Okay, a guy is considered a player, right? Oh,
Yes.
if he can go out and get, fuck all these women, and guys look at him, they're like, damn. Let's
He's him.
At certain stage in your life, you're like, damn, I
Yeah.
wish I was that guy.
At this point, I'm like,
Women, women get looked down.
It's
down
because
upon.
it's a system, It's like the key, right? a master key opens any lock, it's awesome. But a lock that opens to any key, that's shit.
Yeah.
But it's
Yep.
the thing.
That's
like,
a great way to
for
fucking
women,
put it.
For women to have sex is not hard, right? A girl can walk up to probably 60% of the population and ask them to have sex right now, and that man
I
will
just want
probably
to say
yes.
apple.
But if a guy does that, he will probably get a yes from a prostitute. That's probably it. Like,
And that's something you got to pay for.
like
too.
yeah, and you got to pay money for it. That's come on now.
Come on, bro.
Like, it's
Speaking
just-
on
but
them
it's a
lot
system.
lizards, if you're a trucker, you know what I'm saying.
Lot lizards.
Lot lizards out of here.
Damn.
They
lot
are
lizards,
crazy.
Oh, I didn't answer.
Wrap
I
it
didn't
before you tap it, and wrap it twice if it's a lot lizard.
answer. Don't just stay away from lot lizards.
Or just wrap
Or
your
just don't
willy.
have
Be
sex.
safe. Yeah, wrap your
And
willy.
And women,
Shame.
keep your legs closed. Like, you get pregnant and you're blaming the father. Come on now.
Okay,
I
Come
know a
on
bit-
now.
We never
Come
got the
on
answer
now.
from
I know a
Mason.
bitch.
Gay
Like,
son or thought
let me get
daughter.
my answer,
Okay.
and then we'll continue. I'm gonna go. Wow, this hurts. Luke's staring me down, bro. It's gonna be a rough car ride home.
Nah, you got it. You
No,
got it.
I'm gonna go gay son, cause I'm not gonna go into detail, but I don't want a daughter who's just getting thrown around like a piece of meat around her school, just to like. Come on now,
Damn,
that's just gonna look.
starting
I'm
to-
gonna look like a terrible parent. But if my son's gay, that's not my fault. I couldn't in a way, raising him. But if it just happened out of like sheer like media, like what am I supposed to do about it? There's nothing. Once he gets past 18, like there's nothing I can do about it. But a thought daughter, come on.
I mean,
Thought
okay,
daughter, it's
okay.
happening from a young age and on.
You are who you are. You love who you love. It is what it is.
It is what it
I
is.
mean, that's. I don't
You don't have-
necessarily.
You don't have to go into
No.
No,
detail.
I'm just
You don't have
saying.
to go into
Y'all,
detail.
y'all
No,
are
no.
making me look like shit.
No, no,
Y'all
no,
are
no,
making
no.
me look like shit.
Nah.
I
I ain't said a
that
damn
is
word
a
about it.
hard choice. That it really is. Like if I had a
Yeah.
daughter that was okay.
It's a hard. See.
If I had a daughter get
Like the age-old
we're
philosophical
talking like
question.
she lost at like 12.
It's like
Ooh, and she's
It's like-
getting at least 3 bodies.
well, when does my son get fucked in the butt?
After 18?
He's
Allowed.
if it's I mean okay gay son okay gay I'm going gay son then.
See.
it's way cheaper.
It's just
Eventually,
that's
you're gonna
hard
realize
though.
he's
That's a
your son,
hard
and you're gonna
question.
have to accept it. 'Cause he's your son.
Lube is
You're gonna love
cheaper
your
than
son.
children.
Fair. So are condoms.
I know a woman by the name of Mary
Say
who
last name.
who was being promiscuous and ended up having a kid and blaming it on God. She said she said that
Yo,
the son of God was in there lying to her husband, her faithful husband Joseph, and he coped so hard he made a religion out of it.
Wow. That was
I know.
insightful. I'm gonna hear that out.
That's a leading theory in the world of theology. Is
It really
that,
is though.
She was just being promiscuous and didn't want to tell Joseph, so she was like, "It's God, I swear."
that's a hard question. I think we've been on this topic for 10 minutes
For
now.
Anyways, speaking of thought daughter, how about the when Shoddy? When Shoddy does this.
When Shawty does her homework, when Shawty got an Apple Pencil,
Hold up.
You know,
Wait
that's
a minute.
when you know.
That's
That's
when
when
you
you
know.
know she's paying for the wedding.
she's paying for the wedding if she got an Apple Pencil. If she's in class and you see her taking notes with an Apple Pencil, wife her. Okay,
Do we want to get really real on this one?
get real.
Luke,
Oh,
go ahead.
When Shawty exhibit good motherly traits.
Ooh, early on. See, you're
when
answering these good
Shawty
because you
doesn't
got your
look
little
at
girl.
when
Yeah.
Shawty doesn't look at every other guy like she looks at you. Holy
There you
go.
shit!
There you go.
when she got them eyes just for you, that's a good thing.
When Shawty has her own friends and her own oriented business that she does, and also allows you to do your own business and hang out with your friends.
When you all are allowed, see, heavy on that
That's
for you.
no,
that is
heavy
that's,
on that.
That's
Heavy on that,
maturing.
but not
Yeah.
just me. For
That's-
him, for most guys have had it happen once. It's got to happen once, and you got to go through it, and you got to learn from it.
Camille, you bitch.
See, bingo. No last names. But yeah, like
I'm just kidding. I'm not actually mad at you.
we get over it.
Everybody
You
has
live, you
that.
learn.
their first love always takes a toll on you. Don't hate them. Hope the best for them. Think you're going down the wrong path. Not my life to control. Not my life. Do what you want to do. But going back to the thought daughter thing, if you let everybody stick their dick in you, nobody is gonna want you later on. Like, I do not want a wife that has had 15 other guys' dicks down her throat. Okay,
I know, it's a thing because women use that feminism thing, and they're like, guys are out here putting their dicks in everybody. Why can I? Like,
I hate to say it, but it is different.
It's different because it's so much easier for women. It is. Yes. Men have to earn it. Girls do not.
As much as
completely
they
agree.
partially do, but
as much as a lot of feminist women like to claim that men and women are the same in that regard, they're just not. They're just not.
And it's okay. No one's the same. Nothing.
I'm just glad we have kept this podcast on male and female.
Yes,
that's all I'll say.
That's all he'll say.
But the gender dynamic in the majority of society today, it's something
ridiculous.
That is biological. It's not something that you can.
People don't understand how
change.
Science works.
You can't change it by just saying.
We can talk about this shit.
No,
not.
No, I'm saying like the gender dynamic, regardless of whether or not you want to accept it or not. There are certain masculine and feminine roles in society and dating specifically that you must play or you're going to, because that's just the way it is.
Your chances of finding somebody lower immensely when you're not looking for the
when you're bringing this up, I feel like I'm I love old-fashioned because I want to be able to provide for my wife, for my family. I want her to be a stay-at-home mom. If she doesn't want to do that, I understand, do what you want to do.
I get it.
But, I want to be able to take care of you and you not take care of me.
And then another thing is I want her taking care of our kids. I'm going to also, but, I don't want them to be raised by some random stranger.
By the school.
Or by the school.
The school
That's
system,
why we're all so messed up in the head.
Raising our kids is the worst thing to ever happen.
Because it's not adults raising our kids. It is other kids raising each other.
It's
just straight.
There are so
anarchy.
many examples of schools teaching horse shit, also not providing for the safety of the children there, such as the one in Chippewa Falls, the school district in Wisconsin, I want to say. That
sounds right.
They had a foiled shooting. Great job on everyone who was involved there. But what they didn't do is tell the parents. And they didn't even tell the parents of the targeted victim that their kid was on a list. They didn't tell them. And they had to find out through a second attempted shooting in which the SWAT had to be called. And then people started talking to their kids about it. They were mad as hell.
Parents need to raise their kids old-fashioned. I feel like that's a thing. You need to whoop your kid's ass if they say anything's out of line.
Because
you're not beating your fucking kids.
No,
you're disciplining your kids.
They learn from it. Every time I've been spanked, I have never committed that thing I did again until I got over the age of 18.
Okay, I can't say the same thing there. I was always doing the dumb shit over again.
I was a bit of a hardhead when I was a kid.
I was definitely hard-headed.
At least you know it's stupid, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't get punished, you wouldn't know the difference.
That's how you kind of learn the consequences of your actions.
The belt and the paddle abolished after 2015. Gone.
I remember.
We got a good era.
I remember whenever we were in kindergarten whenever the paddle was still in.
I remember it because I was in kindergarten.
Mr. Hare is tearing your ass up.
Not Mr. Hare. What was Mr. Mason?
Mr. Mason.
By the way, shout out to you, Mr. Mason. You were great. I hope you were doing well.
I hope you were
because
doing better. I heard
what happened to you was fucked up and wrong.
Wait,
terrible.
He was down at Capone's, not at Capone's, but he was downtown, and he ended up. There was these guys fighting. He tried to break it up, and one of the guys, knocked him the fuck out. And his head hit the concrete, and he was in the ICU for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Him taught us, close to death.
Mrs. Mason.
Yeah, it was very close, and he that's why people are scared to intervene nowadays. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
That's why you carry a gun. That's why you go get your gun. That's why you go get your permit and carry a gun. That's why you do that shit.
You should always
utilize
your amendments, your rights. Know what you have, and know what you can use, and what you can do, and what you cannot do.
Yes, know what you can't do and what you can.
Study up on.
I just want to go back to what we were previously talking about. School shootings, if you think about it, you mentally have problems. You need fucking help. Let's just not, like, you mentally, something's wrong. You need help.
If you ever have the thought of doing that, please talk to somebody, because that is like
speak on it.
And don't. I mean, I know they say it doesn't help, but if you actually sit there and talk to somebody that you trust, they will help you. Someone who like everyone has at least one person.
They don't even got to have the answer. They just got to be there, and that's the biggest thing.
Oh no!
We're gonna have to cut it here, I reckon. Well, I'll see you guys on the flippy flop.
Thank you.
Adios.
Technical
Bag at it, baby.
We're back.
Mama came with the groceries.
Mama come home with the groceries.
Had to help the mama carry the groceries.
Copper.
We got
Copper's
the dog
here with
now.
us. Come here, buddy.
What were we talking about before?
We were so disrespectfully interrupted. You want to say something? What you got to say about this?
What were we talking about?
It's a weird critter, dude.
I was so into it. What were we talking about?
Gender roles and dating.
Yes.
Something like
dating.
I feel like we covered it, though, to be honest.
We covered it.
We hit the highlights. Look at this guy. Look at that one. Right there.
Why don't we talk about gaming? Let's talk about gaming. And how it's kind of dying, honestly.
Well, for us, it's dying.
Well, for us personally, in general, I think it is. I think it is in general too, but for us personally, for sure,
we
it's
have kind
dying.
of done everything when it comes to gaming.
Yeah,
at this point in our lives, like, I don't enjoy playing video games enough to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
I have an Xbox. All I do is get on there, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock.
It's basically a Roku at this point.
I consume
a $500 Roku.
Yeah, I consume way more media on my Xbox than I play games, for sure.
I don't remember the last time I actually watched the news. I don't watch TV.
I don't get my news.
Nobody watches.
I don't watch legacy media.
We have our phones now. Like, no one needs the news.
Never.
The news is dying.
Yeah.
The video games, I think, are dying because there's not much more you can come up with, right?
Yeah.
What do you make that's such
a
groundbreaking video game?
What else needs to happen in the
world?
world?
What are the 3 groundbreaking video games? Like Call of Duty, Minecraft.
Call of Duty, Minecraft,
Skyrim.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Open world shooter and, like, builder.
And GTA falls into that. Like the biggest.
World.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've been playing
do we
Shredders recently.
Reminisce on, like,
games.
Times we used to have playing games, bro. Modern Warfare 2019. Shout out to
Modern Warfare 2019
was
a generational game.
One of the best Call of Duties, and then proceeding to go downhill.
That was the Warzone.
You should have ended on Modern Warfare, by the way.
If you just had to be there. Oh my god!
Because we had Warzone, Vanderdesk, the first Warzone, amazing. We had one of the best multiplayers, amazing.
Give me Farrell talking about.
What is your guys' favorite video game of all time?
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
That's your favorite of all time?
Damn, I like the game.
Crap out of that game.
I like the game. Do not like where they went with it.
No,
I quit playing it.
They made it weird.
Don't play any games anymore. But I have to say my favorite of all time was probably BO2.
BO2, that was my answer. Me and Luke, 13, 12 years old, would grind the shit out of this game.
I mean, this game.
All we did was play Black Ops 2.
Which it was our,
we
grew up in that time. So just like now, kids are growing up with Fortnite being the big thing. Right? So that's like their thing.
BO2 was our game. But the thing about BO2 was there were sequels, they made more. Fortnite, there's not.
You can definitely tell who grew up playing Fortnite versus who grew up playing
there's a
Black
big
Ops
difference.
2.
Yeah.
Like
oh my god! You just don't get me started.
I seriously think
Transit. If you know about Transit, shout out to you.
Yeah. Shout out to people who know about Transit.
I think we might be the last generation that's like kind of okay. Because
after this, it's gonna.
These kids now, what do you want? These kids are fucked. These kids are so fucked. Actually, like I'm on my phone a lot.
And we were born in an era where we didn't have phones.
We were born with no phones until about
7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think I got my first phone.
I got one when I was 8. I remember this.
11, 12.
I got my first actual working phone at like 15. I had an iPod until then.
Well, like I had like a
y'all remember
DS's.
my green iPhone?
I had DS's and stuff like that. iPhone 4, isn't that the real fat one, or is that iPhone 5?
iPhone 4.
iPhone 4 is really fat, and then the iPhone 5 was the one that came out in colors.
I have a
you
story.
had a blue one.
Yeah,
I had a blue iPhone 5. I had a green one.
Guess what I have now?
Let me go let this dog out.
iPhone 14. That's blue as well.
Oh, the 10-year, even though it wasn't really 10 years, but
Yeah.
the 10
I have
difference?
a story about the iPhone 4 actually, but that cannot be said on here.
Wow, why? What does it have to deal with?
It'll get demonetized.
Okay, let's
it
not.
cannot be said on here.
Oh my God! Do you remember the trip? Wait, what trip was
Wait,
that? We were on the
whoa.
bus. I remember it because it happened as soon as we got off the bus.
That was
What
the Peyton and
happened?
Corbin thing.
No, but with the Hannah thing because.
Wait,
we
when
were
is
all on
this?
I'm talking
Hannah
about
thing.
in 5th grade whenever she lied on your name back and you almost got in trouble for it.
What'd
for
she
some,
say?
For some things. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, well.
What like
Photos that you should not have
I
had,
remember
but you didn't
this.
have any.
of her?
It was Gunner. It was Gunner.
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
Gunner.
so
That was a different
I-
thing.
yeah.
though. Yeah. But this was like in like the 5th grade.
that was
5th grade.
Swear to
yes,
God, yeah.
Yes.
We was wilding. No, we was wilding.
We were crazy.
We were in the era that started doing shit way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know.
You were
have-
kissing on everybody, Luke. You know?
Damn.
You were kissing on everybody.
Okay.
He's
When
airing
I
that
was
shit out.
Playboy.
younger,
He was a
I
playboy
You're
of
airing
our
that shit out.
generation.
Yes, I was. I used to explore my options from one to the next. I will be honest. Now, after maturing,
Call him Christopher
not-
Columbus.
Exactly.
Really?
Sailed
He
the
sailed-
seven
He
seas.
sailed the goddamn 7 seas. God damn it.
No.
Yeah, it's
Oh, man.
dude. It's crazy
Let's
how
talk
you.
about middle school, bro.
Middle
Best
school
years of our
was some of the wildest, like, not wild in the sense of true life experience, just like, what the fuck was going on?
For context, we went
What
to a
was
very
happening?
tight-knit community middle school. How many people were in our grade?
So-
60?
people were in our
It's
grade
not.
or so.
That's not really small. Like
There
people would
was
be like, I graduated
200 throughout the
18
whole
people.
school, right?
There was
People that
200 people
graduated
in the
18 people,
entire
like,
school.
It was a small school, but it was so
200.
tightly knit, and everyone knew everybody.
200.
The
200.
DC trip, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
One
so
of the most
DC
memorable trips of my
trip,
life.
Yeah, DC
Also, some
trip
crap
was
went
great.
down.
I'm gonna share something
Go ahead.
Go.
that is ridiculous, and for
If you're-
anybody listening,
I know something's
don't
about to
ever
happen.
do
No
this.
last names.
Don't, especially if you got to walk a lot. Okay. Oh. So
Audible
I
noise.
was. So my buddy's like, dude, you need to start shaving. And I was-
Oh,
and-
no.
And
I know
bro,
exactly
you
where
did
this is
not,
going.
dude. I know where this is
shave my ass crack.
Oh, bro, the hair is there
did
for
it.
a reason,
The hair-
dog.
Bro.
Shaved it right off. Next day, you know how we'd walk like 2 miles a day, right?
Pick the worst
Oh,
time
my
of
No,
your life.
dude, it was awful. I mean, I was walking. I mean, my legs.
You were like
far
Sebastian. You were
apart,
un- you
dude.
were under
Every
the sea in
chance
that
I got,
motherfucker.
dude. Every chance I got, I'd sit down. I don't give a damn if it was for 10 seconds. I was sitting
And guess what?
down.
You had to deal with that for like 3 weeks, didn't you?
Oh, it was awful.
Oh my god.
It was awful.
It don't grow back. just
Pro
like that,
tip:
dude.
if you've never shaved your ass, don't.
Don't.
Just leave it, bro.
Take it from
It
me
is not
first
worth
hand.
it.
I will let you
can
know.
shave your cheeks.
You
I don't
can
care.
shave the
but do
cheeks.
not shave that crack.
Don't go. Don't explore the crevice.
If the razor is ever 2 inches from your crack, leave. Don't do it.
Leave the orifice alone.
I have never shaved my cheeks.
Your cheeks?
My cheeks.
Oh no, guys shouldn't shave their cheeks.
I-
But if
yeah,
you
I
want to,
never
by all
shaved
means,
the
do you.
hairy
But
cheeks,
don't
dude.
shave. Don't shave the undercarriage, unless you want to do it every single day. But even then, don't do it.
Bro, we used to be on some wild shit.
We were always on.
We
some
were
wild
on
shit,
some
bro.
wild shit. Bro,
That DC
DC
trip,
Yes.
actually, speaking of the DC trip, so I was booked with Trey, or in a room with Trey,
Oh my
Aiden,
God,
and
the blanket,
Matthew.
bro.
Yes.
So we had, I think we had to be in our rooms at 9
It was
o'clock,
9
right?
o'clock. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had to be in our
Okay,
room.
so
I
9
saw
o'clock.
Samuel.
Our old friend Raiden, I think you two were in a room with him, right?
I was in a
It was
room
me,
with
Isaiah,
Jack,
Samuel,
Sammy.
and Jack. Wait,
The
was,
most-
was it Jack? It was William. Wait,
It was either William or Jack.
but it was me, you, Sammy,
Yeah.
and
But-
one of them two. I think it was William.
Speaking on Raiden,
Eli
he
and
was
Cole.
the most out of pocket
Oh
kid. This
my
dude,
God.
he was
Didn't
crazy.
care. About
Raiden
the first
Perkinson?
day. No, you remember the first day he showed up and it was in the library.
Yes.
He pulled the chair out from one of the from a girl that we were all like.
Do you
kind of
remember?
friends with.
Do you
Pulled the chair out
remember
from
when he
under her.
said he was going to take my? I don't. This was in Miss Davidson's class. I
Of
don't know
course.
if I had any of this with you, but I was sitting in my chair and he tried kicking. Who was it? Maybe Samuel out of his seat, and I was sitting over beside Samuel, and he tried making me get up. I said, if you pulled on my desk like that, I'd whoop your ass. This was like 6th or 7th grade. And whenever he tried flipping me up out of it, and I just fucking slammed him on the ground, and his face turns red, and he just walks off. That was my first time. And then we became friends after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
All right, tell the DC story.
Yeah, so
Don't forget the tape on the door.
They taped the outside of our door to make sure we did not leave. Well, I'm with a bunch of people that
bunch of hard heads.
They will not let the truth out, even if it's to their friends. So I was out like a light, slept on the bed, of course. King's got to have his sleep. You know what I'm saying? But
Beauty sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
we slept, woke up. There was these two gay guys on the other side of the room, and we were the room beside us, and we were loud all night. I mean, we were probably loud till 1 a.m, and they'd start beating on the wall trying to quiet us down. Well, it didn't work. We just start beating on the wall back. But once we finally fell asleep, we woke up, and it's hell. I just got out of the shower, like I said, shaving my ass crack.
Kevin Smith.
Mr. White.
Mr.
Mr. White came in the next morning. He looks at me and he goes, "Get dressed, Luke." Said, "Okay." Didn't know what was going on. He's like, "Sit down." So we all sat down. Mr. White.
By the way,
was
Mr.
a scary
White was
man.
a
White's
pro
not a
bodybuilder.
motherfucker to play
He was
with.
a pro
Listen.
bodybuilder, and this guy is built like a tank. He's only like 5'8",
Yeah,
5'10",
and
he's
but
a
he was
ball of
always eating. He
muscle.
ate tuna every day. We smelt it as soon as we walked into science class. He was a
Dude.
science teacher, and boy was a track coach. He was just a built man. And he's one of our best friends. His dad.
He was.
Awesome
I
guy,
love
though.
that
Best
man.
guy ever.
He is
Love that
awesome.
dude.
But he came in, sat there, and talked to us, and they told us that if we didn't admit to who went outside of the room last night because the tape wasn't on the door anymore, that we were all going to be considered in ISS while we were on the trip. So we
you don't
would have
get to
not
go
been
nowhere.
able to do anything. We would have had to stay in the room the whole time and had to be with them anywhere we went. And I was like, okay, that's bullshit. Whoever did it, fess up. I was like, I did not do it. And everybody just kept denying it. And I was like, dude, I know somebody did it. If the tape's off the door, somebody did it.
You know what I think it was?
I told Mr. White about the guys
People
in the
next
room
door,
beside
for
us,
sure.
and he was like, well, he's like, I believe you, but Hank Hare, you know him,
We know Hank.
Hank Hare, fuck you, absolutely hate your guts.
Last name, really?
Yeah, fuck you, Hank Hare. Andy Hare was an absolute legend, dude. Love
the brother.
Andy Hare, but Hank.
Dude.
Different story, different guy.
It's like good cop, bad cop.
It
just
is.
brothers.
It
No,
is.
exactly.
It
Because
really is.
From middle school, Hank was our vice principal, and then in high school, Andy was our principal. It was two completely different people,
Yep,
two completely different atmospheres.
Completely different. But anyways, they didn't go through with it because nobody ever admitted to it, and they didn't want to punish us all. And luckily, I didn't get in any sort of trouble. But I called my dad, and I was like, Dad,
Yeah.
I was like, if they try, like, I paid for this shit, and I paid for somebody else's, because we gave money for somebody that couldn't afford it. I was like, so they ain't taking this trip away from me. So I think he called and ended up having some words with Mr. Hank Air,
Yeah.
but it ended up all blowing over and
it was a
had
great
a
trip.
good time. It was a good trip.
One of my most memorable ones because not many whole 8th grade classes get to just go do that.
Yeah. There's,
so cool.
I mean, yeah. It was awesome.
And our class was only 60 people, but not everybody went, of course. But
Yeah.
it's a good 40 kids that just go and have a good time.
Yeah, at least the troublemakers weren't there, which was a good idea.
If they
Well,
would've brought the bad troublemakers,
most
someone would've
Most
got
of the
arrested.
troublemakers.
There was still a few
Raiden
shots.
was there and I
Raiden-
was there.
I'm
but-
so
How
surprised
ended
Raiden-
up getting to go.
How did he not get arrested?
I don't know.
Like that.
And how did he make it home?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were
how.
you guys around when I found a gold chain on the ground?
Yes, and then Matthew got his wallet stolen.
Matthew got his wallet stolen at the mall.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
that was at the train station.
Yeah,
The train
yeah,
station
yeah,
mall thing, yeah.
Matthew
And then
got
they
his
go
wallet
up and start accusing this homeless guy of it, and he was going to
Yeah.
stab him. Motherfucker, what?
You guys remember that guy screaming slurs at us? Calling
Oh
us
my
names
God,
when we walked by him?
So I
If
think
you
this
wasn't,
may
we'll
be,
say
yeah. So we're walking down the street, and 8th grade, we haven't heard too much. but
Most of
what
us have
we've
never
said.
been to a big city before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, small town, and we go to DC. We're walking. This homeless guy's just sitting there with a sign,
Yapping.
He was like, and yeah, he was running his mouth. He was like, if you want to eat pussy, you eat pussy. If you don't suck dick. Don't nobody care. And
You're
just
still asking for change.
just
yeah,
going-
just asking spare change,
Giving-
change.
Giving quality
That was
advice out
wildin'.
there. We also went to Philadelphia. We went to climb the
Oh,
Rocky
yeah,
Stairs.
we were the only group to get to go to Philadelphia
Philly.
also.
was fun.
That was awesome.
Great day.
We went and saw the Liberty Bell. We went and climbed up the rocky stairs.
I got a Philly cheesesteak. It was
we
terrible.
ate at that fucking
underground place.
Whatever the
Mine
fuck
was
that was.
awesome, dude.
Mine had a good sandwich.
Mine was bad.
That
Mine
was the
wasn't good.
best Philly
I had a better one in
cheesesteak
Atlanta.
I have ever had.
It was a great Philly
Mine was
cheesesteak.
bad. I must have went to the wrong place.
You went to the wrong vendor,
because
bro.
we did go to
Yeah.
an underground place. There was like 80 places to get food.
That was that big like mall type
Yeah, the
thing,
underground
right?
mall
Yeah,
that was,
yeah,
like,
okay,
weird.
yeah,
It was just
yeah.
a bunch of food
It was
places.
just a bunch
though.
of
I
food.
don't know.
It was surreal. Actually, those underground food places are very common in most big cities. New York has a bunch of them. Brooklyn has them.
That was when I was dating your best friend. Remember?
Evie. Yeah, that was.
I forgot
Yeah.
that even happened.
Yeah,
It's just we all dated.
dude, that
fucking
was. I
everybody,
think
dude.
We committed like inter-friend group incest, if you want to call it
Interpolling,
that.
basically.
I mean, yeah, we were just passing them.
Yeah, we were,
and
like,
we weren't even
candy,
doing
dude.
anything with them. It was just who could date who.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't like maybe kissing. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's the
I
extent. Hugging after class.
Honestly, I think Evie was my first real kiss.
That was I
Yeah.
would say this is embarrassing. Actually, I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Hey, and
Not gonna say
she was a good kisser. Ain't gonna cap on it.
I'm gonna say it. Was my first.
Oof, that's
Real-
a bad
you know
one.
Real
You know what's really funny?
You too.
Me too.
First real
Oh.
one. Same
No
one.
way.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And she knows who she is.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say it on here.
Both of you,
because we're
had
like
the
really good.
That's
friends.
really funny.
Because we're really good friends now. But
We went on a beach trip last year. I forgot about
With
that.
her.
With her and Evie. And Elijah.
well, now she's gonna. obviously
That
she
is.
We just
that
aired
is-
it out.
Hey, that's crazy.
that trip
it's
was
it's
amazing.
old memories. You know,
Yeah.
old times. Awesome. I love looking back on my childhood and like being like looking at all the stupid shit
Yeah.
I'd do whenever I was little.
an outcast for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just got welcomed in middle school.
It's 'cause you
it took
started
me 3
hooping.
years
Bro,
to get
bro.
welcomed into
Yeah.
the gang.
Mason, was I not friends with you?
You were
when
best friends
first,
with me since
Yeah.
as soon as I got there.
I was gonna
fourth
say-
grade, we had a pact.
I was gonna
We were
say
best friends in
I
we
hated
were
you.
close as fuck.
Yeah, Isaiah
I hated
hated
you.
me. It was because I won't say it.
No, that's not why. That's not why. It's because it's one time. It was like the first day you were there. You sat in front of me. This was third grade. You sat in front of me in Miss Thomas's class, and you were pissing me off.
What did
'cause
I do?
Didn't like you.
What did I do to make you not like me?
You didn't do your You didn't do your work. No,
That's what I said.
no, it's not that. It was you were pissing me off because you kept you were drawing really loud, or you were coloring on the sheet that we were supposed to be answering off the video we were watching.
Don't
you kept.
remember this.
I completely
Never took notes. Though.
And I remember one day you were coming out of the bathroom. You were in a stall, and I walked by the stall as you were opening the door, and it hit me in the head. And so for some reason, I was really pissed off at you.
I smacked him in the
Yeah,
head with
you
a
smacked me in the head with
stall
a
door.
with a stall door, like this flimsy ass plywood door. I was pissed as hell.
Heated.
No reason. No, literally just wanted something
And
to
then
be mad at him
seventh grade, 3 years later.
for. And then it's
Best
it's
friends.
literally fine. I don't know
and
what the
we
deal
all played basketball together, so I feel like that's kind of where we
That's where
started.
it started. That's
Like
where it
we started all hanging out, all started doing stuff together. That was a good time because
That's
we were
where
all.
everyone was hanging out with
I mean,
everybody.
The basketball
we
group
had
chat.
all together.
We had to go to school right after school was basketball.
Practice.
After basketball,
practice,
we
go
would.
to somebody's house.
Yeah, we were doing something.
Do you remember the MHS B-ball group chat?
Oh my god. We will never ever speak about what is in that group chat ever. This was the year after you.
Only God
yeah,
knows.
yeah, I quit.
Because
What?
it was
Sixth grade.
Yeah.
Quit.
Yeah,
Because it was
yeah,
seventh
yeah.
grade when we were on JV and varsity.
Yeah.
And we were in
Sorry,
this group
apologize
chat.
for my bucket noise over here.
This group chat has
Bucket
unspeakable
noise.
things in it.
God,
Unspeakable.
if that ever gets let out,
Is it still a thing?
hell is
I
yeah.
think because no one left.
They still
It still has
exist.
to be- yeah.
Hell is coming with
Let's
it.
see it. Let's see
Wait,
if it's there.
Let's see.
If I'm still in, are you still in it?
I'm in the 8th grade one. I'm also there's one for baseball as well. So we're probably all in.
Baseball and b-ball.
And I know Rodney.
yeah.
Oh, Rodney,
Got it, dude.
missed that guy.
This is our 8th grade year one.
Oh yeah, 'cause
This doesn't
it
have
had
as much.
Gunner in there.
There's nothing bad in this
Oh,
one.
No, but the one that it had the older guys in it, like Ethan Bradford,
Yeah.
fucking
That
Caleb
was-
Worley.
Yeah,
you want to talk
okay,
about
yeah.
someone who's incredibly athletically gifted, but just a dumbass.
Caleb
Worley. Okay,
God.
first and last.
Dude, it's like he hit puberty in fucking.
He hit
in,
puberty
like,
when he was
grade,
5.
Dude,
Like,
he was. I mean, that was the.
He was like
Yes.
6'2".
it was
by
ridiculous.
Like 7th
and then
grade.
Dylan Bartley was
Dylan
right,
Bartley.
right there
Literally
behind
one
him.
summer, just
Also,
in person.
an incredible. Both of them
completely
incredible
different.
athletes. And the Knittle twins, they were also very good
Whatever
athletes.
happened to
mess-ups,
them?
bro.
They
One
just
of them had a
started.
kid.
They started doing drugs.
Drugs. Don't
It
do
was the
drugs.
drugs too
Do
early.
not do drugs. It'll
Whenever
mess up
you
your
go
whole
too
future.
early too often,
I always
you fuck up.
I always really liked the Knittles.
Yeah.
They were always
They
so
were good.
cool.
They were
Yeah,
always
they were
very good at
too.
everything.
They played football and basketball.
But wait, to preface,
And
we went to
baseball.
a
One of
middle
them played
school
baseball.
where we won state in everything like every year.
We won state in volleyball
And
4
we were
years
always
in a
We
row.
were always the smallest school. Basketball 3 years in a row.
3 years in a
Track
row for
was
that.
2,
Two,
right?
yes.
Back to back.
Track was the
And that-
harder
and we were in
one.
Track
middle
was
school
definitely
the
harder because we
entire
had to run
time.
against those Memphis guys.
Yeah,
they went to
track
MTSU
was a
for it.
lot harder to win
I
than
remember-
basketball or baseball.
We should have
or-
won state our 8th grade year, by the way.
We
I
should
remember
have.
when we
Sulphur
won in seventh
Springs.
grade. Hey, shout
Fuck
out Sulphur
you.
Springs. Fuck you.
Fuck
Who-
you.
hey.
Fuck that ref.
Fuck that
Fuck
ref.
that ref.
Seth Dalton's
Fuck
bad.
that ref.
Who is shit? It was like fourth grade year. This was still elementary basketball.
Brady Stump.
That's it.
I already
hated
know
that
where you're-
You
kid.
guys' arch
Brady
nemesis.
Stump.
Yes.
I
By the way-
still hate you to this day. 2 years ago, I tried to get you to buy a pair of shoes from me, and you never ever set a date. And I'm still mad about you. I'm still mad about it. Never sold the shoes. I blocked you because you couldn't decide on a place and time to meet up. I was like, I'm not dealing with this kid. Also, your merch sucks. Fuck you. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Brady Stump proved us all wrong, though. To be
He
fair.
did. To
He
his
was
credit.
a dog in elementary school, a dog in middle school, and then won state in high school. 2 years in a row.
To his credit,
Crazy.
incredible ball player.
Kid
he can fucking
could
hoop.
play basketball.
That
He
kid could hoop.
he could play basketball. Every year we were up
Yeah.
against him, dude. I was like, oh, I got him
Damn it.
this year because I was always on him, and he always, dude. I mean, I would get fucking cooked. The only
bro.
time I could score is like, okay, when I had the ball, I was all right. You know, he was a small little fucker. I'd run straight up to the hole. But when he had the ball, you know, I wasn't the best at defense, and he'd be that
Bro.
kid. For how young we were, he
Yeah,
could hit
he could-
threes. He could. I mean, he was a shooter too.
I don't know if you were there for this, but do you remember, Mason, the time that I had a game in the morning? It was one of those tournaments that we went to that was in the morning. I had 22 turnovers in a game.
Where was it at? Oh my!
It was
God.
at Bluntville.
You got chewed.
I got
You got
listen,
John Johnson.
today.
We love you.
That day was not
Whoa.
my day. I got my ankles broken by Brady Stump.
I remember.
I had 22 turnovers.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember that.
22.
Wait, okay.
Alone.
I'm not trying to bring this up, you know, bad, but didn't after that Mason took your spot because
Drake Fisher too.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
You started above me after that because I was like,
That was
Hey, but
sixth
do you
grade. That
remember-
was sixth grade, wasn't
yeah,
Remember that game?
I think so.
Do you remember the Westview game?
Oh
We
yeah.
all remember the Westview game.
went crazy.
We all went
We all
crazy
went
because he
crazy.
dropped like 6 threes in a one
Yeah.
quarter.
I was
in middle school. That's
insane.
crazy. Bro, we just started yakking him.
I just threw him up from way downtown, bro.
Westview was like the worst school we ever
Yeah,
played.
Westview was
We'd
ass.
always 90 piece them.
We would
100 piece 'em.
we would put them on their ass. Remember those in school games?
Those were so cool,
so
bro.
fun.
Bring them back.
Those-
Bring back in school games.
If you
I know
are
we're
not
in high
allowed
school or
in
middle school now,
yes.
but
If you are not allowed in high school or middle school to have a game in school at your school
It's like an NBA
to
game.
go watch it, that shit is so fun.
it's like an NBA game.
You get to throw Skittles at the opposing team's bench
It's
whenever
so
you're behind
cool.
them. You get to yell shit that you would never, because it's so loud. Like those kids are passionate. They're in there. They're supporting their classmates.
Everyone knows who's playing.
Everyone knows
so
who's
cool.
playing. Remember, we hung 100 on that one team, right?
That was Westview.
That was
It
Westview.
was always Westview.
We hung 100 on a team
Yeah.
in a school game.
Posted on our Facebook story.
Wouldn't believe how loud
the
that
throw
shit was.
you had going
You
middle
had a
school.
crazy
You had the
throw.
frosted
Dude,
tips too,
it
bro.
was-
I
it
got
was
rid
Don't
of it
forget
in 8th
that.
grade, but the first 2 years I had frosted tips. I had a crazy head of hair. It was probably longer than what I got now. It was crazy.
I was always probably
insane.
shaved bald. If I
You did.
yeah,
You were
I-
always
I
bald.
was
You barely ever
always
grew your hair
I would
out.
That
yeah.
jinxie cut.
Yeah.
You always had the jinxie cut, bro.
Dude.
Hey, props to
okay,
Jinxie,
it's
though.
now that we're talking about Jinxie, dude,
Yeah.
Bro.
I did crazy accomplishment right there.
Bro.
Him and Brecky, dude.
Yeah.
that-
I hope she's
mean,
not using him, bro.
God, hey, if so, I would use my time wisely.
Yo, time wisely,
You
brother.
can use me all you
Use
want.
your
You know,
time wisely.
He's got a podcast now.
Jinxie
He did one
does?
with,
Jinxie has a podcast.
He did one with Moist,
Bree-
and he did one with
Breezo.
Queso.
Or
And
yeah,
then
Queso.
he was going to do one with Sneeko, but
Yeah.
he didn't want to release it.
Sneeko, you a bitch.
You a bitch, Sneeko.
Okay,
I will fight you.
did you guys see the videos of Sneeko and which I know
Sean
he's,
Strickland.
Yeah, he's a professional
As
fighter,
well as
but
well as
You're a
Marab
cuck, too.
Balashvili.
Sneeko, you're a cuck.
that Georgian guy, he was wrestling with Sneeko and absolutely embarrassed him. Merab Dvalishvili is a bantamweight. That means he steps in the octagon, or he steps on the scale at weigh-in at 135 pounds. He probably fights at 150 or so. This guy, he's probably 5'5".
Tiny guy.
Goes up to Sneeko.
And Sneeko was like, I would beat the fuck out of this guy.
It's not even that. He was just like, he was there for a little bit of a training session. And he's like, you want to wrestle? And then Sneeko's like, yeah. He embarrasses Sneeko.
Dude, I think
Houses him.
Sneeko tried to be like the people around him.
He tried
to be like Andrew Tate. He tried to be like Tristan Tate. Those were who he was talking with them for a while.
I agree with some of Andrew and Tristan's
I do too.
things.
I do too.
Not
I
all of them.
agree with a lot
I
of
agree with a
the
lot of
stuff
stuff
that
that
Andrew
Second
says.
second children dichotomy. Would you rather have an Andrew Tate son or an astrology daughter?
Oh my god! By the way, preface: astrology daughter is
It's
girls
like
that
the
believe in
Capricorn,
girls that
Leo.
believe in signs, and they won't
Andrew
date you.
Tate's
They won't
son,
date you.
bro.
If you're not
What?
this
I'd have
sign.
picked that shit
Yeah.
anyways. Get
Get
the
that
other
astrology
choice.
bullshit
Yeah.
out of my face.
Get that
Dude,
space
if
race.
someone is the way they
son
are because
could
of when
go
they were
and have
born.
3 wives, bro, kudos to you because I couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you do you, dude.
That astrology bullshit. Get out of here, dude.
Come
Which
on.
what?
Like,
He's
I agree with,
Andrew
like-
Tate is Muslim, right?
He was. I don't know. I can't tell how I feel about Andrew Tate.
I like him. That's
I
my
agree with
honest
some
and
of his
personal
points.
opinion.
He's over 50%.
I would say he's really cocky, but what guy is not cocky in some sort of way?
To be fair, if you had his kind of money and influence,
I would be
I
cocky as
would
fuck
act like
too.
that
Pyramid
as
scheme,
well.
though. Don't
I-
like the pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
the way he earns his money, but then again, he earns it, so I can't really do anything about it.
Because he started out with, I mean, it's not the best way of doing it, but it's business. Business
Business is
is
business.
dirty and it's got
That's
its
how it's gonna
clean.
be.
I mean,
It's not going to go away.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. He started with
The way
you
it
know
is, bro.
typing on a keyboard while these girls were doing this stuff. Like that's
You
basically
don't have 3 monitors. Have you seen that?
yes. If you don't have 3 monitors, you truly haven't experienced life.
So you're basically saying if I don't have 3 monitors, I'm not going to be successful.
Oh my god. If I see it, I know that guy's like.
Tristan, though.
I know that guy's joking whenever he says
he's
that
gotta
you
say what
need
he's
3
gotta say.
monitors,
He is.
but I just think that's so silly.
It is.
You inside.
what the dog doing.
What the
Dog
dog
doing?
doing?
What the dog doing?
Any
Shit.
other topics that we can think of?
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower.
What's your favorite lawnmower?
Not the things you see around
okay,
you.
You want me to be honest with you?
Zero turn.
Obviously, that's like.
you
You
got
can
a
ride them
you got a
bitches.
brand
I
preference?
always pushed. I was never. I never got to
oh,
ride.
bro, I had push
Damn.
mowers too. My
I
mom's,
never got to
I
ride.
was always
Hey, your
push
mom-
mowing,
Your
bro.
mom's is fair though, because your mom has a decently sized yard.
Yeah.
I was.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay,
Having a
at my
fucking
dad's,
ride
we
motor.
had
It's a
people-
dirt bike
my dad-
track in the side of his yard.
Yeah, for context, the area that you have to mow is like 2.5 to 3 acres, right? Something
Mowing
like
would
that?
be,
Yeah.
you
Fuck
probably
that,
die,
bro.
But
So yeah, my dad started paying people to come mow the yard, and he still does to this day. My
As he
mom always had us mow it. Now that I'm older, never home, of course. Danny does now, stepdad. But
Shout out Danny.
shout out
I
Danny.
do not. I've just realized that I don't do shit around the house anymore. I don't even
no,
keep
when
my
I turned
room
18,
clean.
I was never
dude.
there. Like, I mean, when I come home, I'll take the trash out. like,
Yeah.
but like, it's not your mess if you're not there. I mean, if you are there, you should help.
I mean, still though, I want to help. I need a better,
Yeah,
not
just
to
like-
get into some
And
deep shit, but
don't do anything. Like, just do stuff that she shouldn't have to ask you to do.
yeah. Like I need a better relationship with my mom. Ours is a very tough, loved relationship.
And that's
And-
Like a relationship
that
with
is
my mom.
partially due to both your personalities are just that way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there are
Yeah,
definitely things
yeah.
that you can do to help that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
something
yeah.
that I've
Take her out
also
to
had
dinner or something. Like,
Yeah,
just
whenever she
do
gets
something
back,
small.
whenever she gets back, I'm gonna take her out to eat
Me
or
and my
go do
mom,
something with her that night.
I don't see her as much as I did because I'm just never home. But we're best friends.
You gotta-
Dude,
I love my
it
mom.
sucks though. Like once you're not home as
Yeah.
much, you start to
You start to
really
realize,
miss your
yeah.
mom. Like, damn,
And you
I
think
need to
about your
start
family all
yeah,
the time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Especially-
I'm out doing all this stuff. I'm sure they miss me and stuff. Like, I need to go home.
Especially if you're single and only hang out with the boys. And when you're home alone, you're like, damn, I really sometimes wish I was
tired
home.
of sleeping alone.
Yeah, that. Most of the time, that's why I stay with my friend's house because I don't like sleeping in a bed. Like, it's not like sleeping in the bed with
Man.
No, not even sleeping in the bed. Just sleeping in the same room, like by myself. I like to be around my friends.
By the way, I woke up this morning and Mason was on me.
Not true.
Not on me, but like I leaned over and he was right there.
Do you want to know why? I was being nice, bro.
You were cold.
That blanket, bro.
You were just cuddling up with him.
That blanket isn't big enough.
You
lay on one end and you lay on the other.
It really is.
I gotta get kind of close to you if I want to cover up.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. You're not wrong.
Not
that
touching,
is a
we
big.
Gotta get a little close.
It is a big ass bed for a little ass sheet.
Yeah. But we slept good though. I slept into what, 1?
Yeah, he slept till 1. I was up at
but to
10
be fair,
o'clock.
you fell asleep at 1 o'clock and then went upstairs.
Yeah, I fell asleep at 1 o'clock.
I stayed up and watched movies till like 4.
So yeah, I fell asleep at 1 o'clock. Woke up at 2:45, 3.
You woke up at like 4 when I went up. Well, you woke up at like 3, went back to sleep, and then woke up again at like 4.
Okay, yeah. Which you stay up all the time, don't you? Like you're up super late.
I'd barely sleep.
Oh,
I'll be going to bed at like
I had to go home and steal melatonin
Sleep
from my mom.
to me
Not
is
steal,
very
Mom.
important.
I
I
just
think
took
you need
the
to smoke
melatonin.
weed if you're having trouble sleeping. That's when
I
I
took that melatonin. It works for me.
true shit.
It is a
not
fact,
trying to
though.
get sad. When I was depressed, smoking weed every night before bed, I was
Damn, nigga.
always every night I was smoking weed. That shit would put me right to sleep, bro. Honestly, and now that I completely dropped it, have no problems with anything anymore. That like I don't need anything. I can go to bed by 11, 12 o'clock.
I can't do that, and it's really annoying.
It's
I
just
want to be
because
able
I
to go to
work
sleep
like I
whenever I
work
want.
9.5 hours.
Yeah, if
so
you
once
work
I
long
get
enough,
off,
you're just tired.
I'm exhausted, dude.
I figured last night I'd pass out because we went snowboarding, but like I literally couldn't go to sleep.
I was pretty exhausted.
You were pretty
but
exhausted.
you were still going.
I don't know how.
Dude, a good sleep in the car on the way home from some shit
Oh my
like
God.
that.
No, don't. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how rides to play, like the journey to getting wherever you're going. If you're going on a trip, is honestly one of the best parts. I love riding the car, listening to music, unless it's uncomfy and there's no good way to sleep.
Yeah.
But if there's a good way to sleep in a car on a ride, like
I
you get a
love a
whole
good
road to
road
yourself.
trip.
I love that.
Let
shit.
me tell you something. If you have, when I went on that cruise, we drove. If you have somebody that is a complete jackass that drives and that
probably a bad idea.
is inconsiderate for the people that he is driving and thinks everything's a fucking game, do not ride with him.
I wonder who this was.
Jake drove, and I
No way.
mean, we were 4 hours in, had no breakfast. I was like, dude, I'm hungry. We got to stop
we got it,
somewhere.
dude.
And
Can I piss? Nah, dude, we
it's
got
not-
it.
It's not my fault that he is 100 pounds soaking wet and eats one time a day. I was like, motherfucker, I eat 3 times a day. Your ass better
Hungry.
pull over.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
And
Bro's
he's like,
getting
here, let me
hangry.
pull over at this exit. Wouldn't pull over, and there would not be another exit for like 40 miles, and I lost my shit on him. And then I finally fell asleep. He was always swerving around on the interstate, so I couldn't fall asleep. I finally fell asleep, and he jerked it, and I slammed my head on the glass. I got up so quick and smacked the fuck out of him. He was like, dude, chill. It's not that big of a deal. I was like, do one more fucking thing, Jake. I'm going to drag your ass out of here.
We wait till we get to that rest area. You was not.
So
you
the
gonna
next
be rested.
time we
You
went
gonna
on a
slow.
trip, I made sure we flew. Do not fly Allegiant unless you get first class. There is no room.
Don't fly.
Cheap flights, but no room.
I
flew-
Damn, what'd you fly?
I flew Delta.
You flew Delta.
Did I fly Delta?
I flew American, and I flew.
No, I flew American.
I flew. What's the other one called that I flew on the way there? United.
My ass is
I
hurting.
flew United, and the bathroom on these planes were not big enough for me.
I did not use the bathroom.
That is always a
No.
problem on planes.
Wait,
Honestly,
when you
the
fly an
bathrooms.
airline, you don't stay on the airline the whole time, right? Because I did a two-way. I had a two-way. I stopped in Charlotte and then went to Nashville.
No,
I
so mine
had-
to Florida. Mine was a one
Yeah,
way there, one
But
way
I had
back.
one. I had a two-way.
Where did you go?
I went from the Tri-Cities to
Yeah.
Charlotte to Nashville. The one from the Tri-Cities to Charlotte was definitely
Oh.
American. The next one was
Okay.
different completely. American
Yeah.
sucks,
Yeah.
by the way. American, it is like 5-foot tall ceilings.
Yeah.
Where you're sitting is
Low-key.
like 4 foot tall. And you have somebody, if you're sitting beside somebody, they're on top of you. If you're sitting behind somebody, they're on top of you.
But the plane
is
model,
bad.
the model of plane though really depends on the flight distance itself. Like for something like that, it would make sense to use a small plane. But whenever I flew to Colorado straight from McGee Tyson Airport, that shit was too small. If for a plane that's gonna travel across the country please give me a bathroom wherever I can stand all the way up in.
For real, if you got to be in that plane for at least like 5 hours, give me something to piss in.
So the Allegiant bathroom wasn't big by no means, but you could stand up. You could stand up.
I have a picture in the United bathroom of my head literally against the ceiling, like cocked to the side, because I couldn't stand up all the way.
But to be fair, he's 6'5".
God, yeah, you are
He's
a
like
tall
6'5".
motherfucker. If you are short, Allegiant's the way to go. If you don't have long legs, we're all leg long
got
motherfuckers.
long-legged.
If you're a gnome, fly Allegiant.
Yes, fly Allegiant, cheap and no room, but for you, very much.
All druids, dwarves, and gnomes fly Allegiant.
Elves too. Don't forget
Elves
you elves.
too.
We remember you.
Well, they fly
You
Santa.
got some elf friends that leave during Christmas. You just don't see them during Christmas because you know they're
Dude, you just miss
You
them.
know they be working
packing
their
them
ass
toys,
off on
sweating,
holidays.
sweating like a dog.
God, they think Black Friday is that's work.
Guess what?
That's, they think Black Friday is the worst day of the year, in my opinion. That's
Dude, everything's on sale. Don't get me wrong, awesome,
It's not
cool.
not even really.
But
Nowadays.
like the amount of trouble everybody goes through standing outside of those
Stupid.
stores
Black
for that
Friday
is
long
stupid. Yeah,
let's
is
talk about the holidays.
ridiculous.
we don't see that kind of tenacity anymore
Not
out
as
of the
much anymore
American
because
people.
online shopping.
Online shopping has killed the American spirit when it comes to going somewhere and getting
Buying
something.
something. Like,
People
Yeah.
used to fight. People used to fight for what they love. They used to go to Best Buy and fight over TVs. They used to go to Target and fight over that air fryer.
Buy everything
Y'all
online
pussy
now.
now. Y'all don't want to go
Everything.
somewhere. Y'all don't want to go somewhere and fight somebody for a TV. You just buy it on Amazon. What happened to you all? Come on.
What is going
Come
on?
on. I mean, seriously.
No, for real, this epidemic.
Y'all don't want to fight for what you love. Where's your balls
Fight
at?
for
Come
that
on,
fucking
man.
iPhone,
You're a
baby.
man, right?
Fight for that PS5.
Fight for
baby.
that iPhone. Fight for that
You
PS5.
fight for it. You gotta earn that shit.
You are not a man if you let another man put his hands on you and you do nothing. You are not
Yeah.
a man.
True.
You are a fucking pussy, and
True.
your mama raised you wrong, and so
if
did
you
your daddy.
ever let somebody, I see videos all the time on Twitter, especially. If you ever let somebody hit you one good time, and you just stand there and don't do anything, you need somebody to help you.
Swing back.
Because if somebody
Swing
is
back.
harassing you or touching you in any sort of way that you are not comfortable with, fight back. Like, do something about it. Don't
That's
just
something else.
take that.
That's something else I was thinking of. This generation, we're becoming a little harder to kill. I've noticed that a bunch of people our age, especially men, are starting to become less bitch-like. They're working out more.
That's true.
Kinesiology is the biggest major at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville right now. They have the most students, which means,
At ETSU, it's physical therapy.
which is related.
Basically,
It's almost the same thing.
Almost the same thing.
Kinesiology is just a wider net. So
Yes.
whenever you go to the T-Rex gym, it's packed 24/7. That's awesome.
It's great because the CPA at ETSU, always people in there.
That
From
is-
6 o'clock, there's at least 30
A
people.
lot of people do work out nowadays.
Yes,
I
it's
would say
good,
that.
though. It's
and,
a social
and
media
I don't
thing.
know
It's a
if
good
it's
thing.
because, we're a newer generation. There's new shit. We have
Yes.
more technology than everybody else had back then. But like
probably easy to
now
keep
you
track
see a
of and
lot
stuff.
more people working out
And
than
it's
you
also
did
because
15,
Yes.
10,
because
15
there-
years ago.
Because if you would have went into a gym, like a bodybuilder gym, like a bull pit or something like that, 20 years ago, it would only be meatheads, right?
Yeah,
But now
yeah,
you see
yeah.
people getting their grind on who like are just starting out or they've been there for a year or two.
Damn
like-
right.
And like the thing about
Get
it is,
out of your comfort zone.
please. And people are starting to learn how to work out because it's easier to access over social media. People know, like Sam Solik, he'll tell you how he's
Yep.
working out. Like
That,
Makes working
that
out
guy
way
is
easier.
a fucking
He's a tank.
giant, dude.
Massive.
Natural.
But
Question
yeah,
mark?
also
Natty question mark?
no.
I
He says he's not natty.
No.
So
Okay though.
also
As long as you
another,
don't die.
another
big
thing.
motherfucker though.
Yeah.
Big
Kudos to
motherfucker.
him. The only thing I don't think anybody I don't care how much you love working out. If you want to work out, I don't think you need to start doing roids or any type of supplements.
Yeah,
you
just
have to stay on
see
that
what-
shit once you start
Yeah,
it.
See where you naturally get. Just get to where you naturally get to your natural peak. Don't get to because you work out for a month and you get to that point where you're not getting gains.
Just
anymore,
fucking
right?
love yourself,
Keep going
bro.
because after you
Regardless.
get out of that slump, you're gonna start to get bigger. Like it's gonna happen. But people get to that slump and they're like, oh, I need something. And then they go
Most
down the bad route.
of muscle that is gained in the realm of strength training happens in the first year.
Yep.
The majority of your gains
And then
are
you
going
gotta-
to
and
be
then you
made in
gotta
the first
grind it
year.
out.
Then you have to really,
And
really
it
work
slowly,
for it.
slowly comes.
Newbie gains
Takes
are
a
a
long
real
time.
thing,
It's true.
and basically what I've heard steroids are like for most people is it's just newbie gains on top of what you have. And that is the
It's
thing
real
about
muscle. It's not real
it.
muscle.
Once you inject,
Don't forget that's testosterone. So you are destroying your. You're
destroying
most people fuck up
everything
their,
under your
yes,
waist.
you are destroying. For guys out there, you're not going to be able to get it up anymore because you're taking this
artificial
extra,
things in your body that shouldn't be.
You will not
replacing
your
the real
body
things.
will quit making testosterone itself.
Yes.
because you
Giving
start doing
fake
all this
testosterone
shit.
to
it is a
yourself.
matter of
It doesn't say it needs to
homeostasis.
supply it anymore. It's the same thing with everything, though. Anything you ingest.
What are they doing? I don't know, but
We'll be right back.
it is your it is your body trying to maintain homeostasis within its hormone production.
Exactly
So
how it should be.
once you start, also the longer you use it, the less effective it is going to be because your body learns how to metabolize it in the
Used to it,
amounts that is
basically.
naturally, like what your body naturally needs to run at its efficiency in the realm of like just surviving, as opposed to what's efficient for muscle growth, what is needed for bodybuilding.
At that point,
Like,
it's not
that
even
is-
focusing
it's
on you
like,
building
I've
muscle.
seen it
It's
firsthand.
focusing on you having testosterone.
My
in your
uncle,
body.
he was steroids all the time, and now nerve damage. He can't even hardly close his hands. It fucks up your nerves as well. It's not the only. It doesn't just like it messes with a lot more than just your testosterone levels.
Don't
Exogenous
do
hormones
Don't do steroids.
are just bad for you.
Don't do them. Let your body do what it's supposed to.
Like I know a lot of people
and
are
his
gonna
son is following in his footsteps,
Houston.
right behind him.
Really
Houston?
Right behind him.
Really?
interesting.
Yeah. Why do you think he went from our size to just fucking pump,
true.
dude? He always looks like he has a pump going, and it's roids.
It's
roids.
roids.
That's what it is. It's supplements.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that there are people working out, but they should be doing it for the purpose of becoming healthier and looking good
Lowering the obesity level in America.
Yeah, because that's the number one killer is heart disease in America. Second is
because-
diabetes or something?
Yes.
I don't
Which
know.
are both, actually. Which are
Both
related.
related to diet and exercise. Funny enough.
Yep.
So that's cool. Also, the resurgence, or I guess the rise of sports such as mixed martial arts, that's also a healthy sign that your men are menning. They're doing
Men are starting
men
to
things.
men again.
Men are going to be men. They're going to
It was
fight.
a great area from like 2010 or 2005, honestly.
Boxing,
to like 2020.
boxing was on the way down. Something had to take its place,
everything-wise, really.
and then
It was just starting. We were starting to get fat as a country, but since 2020,
That's been
and since
happening.
COVID, really,
yeah,
people started to realize there are things out here that like can make me better.
and that's what it is, dude. People started getting their driver's license. I know that's the reason I kind of started going to the gym consistently, is I had no more excuse not to.
Exactly.
I had a driver's license and I had a go get 'em attitude, and that's all you need.
And you had time.
And I had time.
Time.
That's something
Make
else.
the time, but make the time for yourself.
Make the time.
Make the time.
Take care of
Don't work
yourself.
Don't work 60
I think
hours
it's
a week.
great if you work out. You need to be as healthy as you can, but I feel like once you start taking supplements and start injecting stuff in your
You're
body,
doing it for the wrong reasons.
You're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're just trying to make yourself look better than everybody else, or to the best you can be. You're just
Be
trying
the best
to,
you.
yeah. Just,
what you should
be
go for.
happy with
That's
yourself.
Like shit like that is not meant for the majority of the population. Like
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
people like James English, Sush, Sam Sulek, any big bodybuilder.
That's their profession.
Leave it to them. You're not
That's
a
their
professional.
Profession.
You're not a
They are
professional.
professionally doing those things to make money.
You know how long they were natural as well?
They were probably natural for at
You
least
can't
5 years
even
before that.
touch. They can't even touch their
Yeah, they can't
back
touch their
because they are so big.
Muscle
I don't
bound.
know about you, but I want to be able to be mobile
really do
when
any
I am
athletics after that
30,
except
40
for
years old.
bodybuilding.
Mobility training is probably one of the biggest things that we need, because we see a lot of
I don't wanna
joint
get
problems
too
in old
big.
people. Like in PT, whenever I did my shadowing, my 50 hours there, I saw so many old people who do not have, they have next to no range of motion in their shoulders, in their hips. That is debilitating. Don't ever end up like that. If you can, stretch and walk every day as much as you
Yeah,
can.
that's the least. Walk. Go out for a walk. Walk
Do
a
something.
mile.
Go
Just
outside.
walk,
Get some
dude.
sun.
Like you can even. I don't even care if you do this. Look, play on your phone while you walk. Like I know you should probably get off your phone.
Get on a
around that time.
treadmill. Fuck,
Get
do
on a
something.
treadmill. Fuck.
I can't
Watch
really
TV
say
and
much
do
about
it.
this, but eat healthy too. I ate an apple, so fuck you guys.
too.
And
I
drink
ate
a
an
Coke
apple.
at the same
And-
time.
Hey,
Hey.
apple a day keeps the doctors away. All right, fuck the other stuff. Okay. try to eat as good as you can. I'm actually allergic to fruit, so I can't eat
That'll do it
too
too.
healthy.
Us as young
honestly,
men, we eat whatever we
Mm-hmm.
want because we don't eat as much, and we
and
we have a fast metabolism.
yeah.
So,
Can you blame me? I got a fast metabolism.
Metabolism.
I'm
But
not
we're
getting
all
fat
active.
right now. I may be in 5 years, but
we're
as
all
of right now,
active,
I'm
though.
not.
Like,
So
I don't think we'll ever stop being active as us, like in our generation, like in us, how we were
No,
born and raised. We
definitely
won't ever
not.
stop being active.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing something
yeah,
with, like our bodies
I agree.
at all times.
So,
until
yeah,
we literally
that's-
can't no more.
The youngins are doing it, guys. Believe in us.
We're proud of.
Believe in us.
We're proud of you.
We're proud of you. If you're doing it,
Proud of us.
we're proud of you. We're proud of us. We're proud of people our age. Do it right.
Do it.
Do it good.
It's great.
Shit.
Any other
You
topics?
want to wrap it up here?
You want to wrap it up, guys? You want to wrap it up? I gotta pee and I'm hungry.
I got to pee too.
Last thing, not everything's a
thing.
competition. Okay, you don't got to look better than the next guy. You
Yeah,
don't got to
stop
do better than the
comparing
next
yourself
guy.
to
You
other
have your
people.
own
The
standards.
only
You are
one you
yourself.
should compare yourself
Is
to
you
is
yesterday.
you yesterday.
You yesterday.
Keep that in mind.
Exactly.
I'm going to leave you all with that. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching,
Tune
guys.
in next week, maybe, for a little pet pod. We'll see you later.
Bye bye.
See ya.